Welcome everybody to the stream. My name is ShadowxPhenix and this is some Planet Coaster we'll be playing today. Most of you guys will probably know me from Twitch or you've seen my YouTube videos. So I've been trying out something new in the last couple of days. I've been trying to stream here on YouTube and just finding out kind of what's going on in this little world, corner of the world. And to do this, what I've done is, as of last night, I've started an entire new park that will only be done on this during the live streams. So I'll still have my YouTube videos on my other parks. I'll still be doing Twitch. I'll be doing that tomorrow night, actually. And, you know, everything else that I typically do. But just for these live streams alone, I'll be building a Boardwalk Park that I started last night. Hey, Zachary, how are you? Mountain, good to see you again. Good to see you back. Great sailboat, by the way. I'll probably start using that tonight. What I wanted to do tonight, before we actually get started, I know some of you probably watch my YouTube videos, so you probably already know my other projects, such as Vista View, Whitaker Lake, and then, of course, Crystal Gardens, which is the brand newest park. If you've never seen my Twitch channel, though, then all you've seen so far is just what's in the YouTube video. So just a heads up, spoiler alert, tonight I'm going to be showing you the parks as they are at this moment, which means the YouTube videos are kind of old. The Crystal Gardens were actually recorded, the last one was recorded towards the end of October, so just now it's kind of coming up and I'm about 2 months behind on video. But I wanted to kind of go ahead and get in here and kind of just, you know, kind of a meet and greet tonight, and you guys can kind of see what my work is and everything else such as that. So let's start with my first park, actually. Let's start with Big Bad Wolf. Big Bad Wolf is one of my best creations, and I really like it. Those of you who aren't familiar with Big Bad Wolf, it was a coaster excuse me, that was at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. It was a suspended coaster, world renowned as one of the best suspended coasters, and they closed it out back in 2005, 2004. I don't remember the exact year, but 25 years it lived on at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. I never got to ride it, so this is my recreation of the ride is just my, you know, kind of way of being able to actually visit and actually ride this coaster. So you can grab this on the workshop. It is available. My paths are a little funky there. Try to fix it. But this is, you know, kind of a really good recreation of this. 2009, I figured I was a few years off. But as you can see now, I need to go back in. Now that we can actually get the track length not as large on the suspended coaster as we were when I built this. Because I built this the day that we got the suspended coaster. I started on it that day. And that's when I started. So as you can see here, this little part up here is not right. Eventually I'll go back in and recreate this. Change the track up a little bit and stuff. But as it stood, I mean, the day that we got this and when I actually started on it, I thought this was a really good recreation of it. It's definitely got the... Are we running? Yeah, it's testing. Oh, there it goes. It's going up the hill now. So it had this really cool drop here right down by the river, which was really neat. Now, somebody told me my cars aren't the right color on the track, and I assure you they are, because I checked that out many times. They're as close as you can get with Planet Coaster. I think they may have ran like 2 things of cars, but the friction update would probably help a lot with this. And again, that's something I... Now, I also created all of the entrance and everything through here, and kind of made like a little area over here. I never finished a lot of this. I left a lot of it undone, but... And just as far as the station and stuff goes... Oh god, I hate the... I think I did an excellent job of recreating the station and everything else on it. At least I think so. Hopefully you guys agree. Just kind of looking around here. And like I said, the rest of this area I never finished, but I got the coaster itself finished. And that was the main thing that I was. Let's go ahead and let's see. Is it still in the station? Not, but we can stop it. Play. We can take a ride on it real quick here. This was probably one of my first big releases on the workshop. Thank you, Mountain. I did have to go a little overboard on some of the height and a few other things just to kind of get to do what I wanted to do. I feel it's pretty close. As you can see here, I even recreated the village and stuff that you fly through. Very in. I do not remember putting that tower over there, though. I don't know how that tower got there. I don't remember doing it. I think maybe I put it in and thought about it. But apparently they're building a, my opinion is they're building a star flyer right in that general vicinity of it. And it's got replaced with Verboten, which everybody says Verboten's a good coaster. I personally would still rather ride Big Bad Wolf and wish... There you go, guys. Alright, so this was, like I said, one of my first biggest creations that went on the workshop. I did a lot of smaller stuff and kind of posted it here and there, but this one was my masterpiece at the time. And I did have to build that first drop a little higher than it needed to be, but I wanted to get that ride really nice and... Now I can kind of go back and maybe fix this with some stuff. Make the pieces smaller. That. But this is probably one of my favorite coasters of all time, so obviously I was really looking forward to that. Alright, so let's head over to my first park, which is Vista View. Now this is the park that I've been working on this since this game got released. I bought the alpha version of it, but I never actually played much in the alpha because Silverette and all those guys, they were just like so good at it, and I just felt like I wasn't at it at all. I had a hard time grasping the concepts of building in 3D coming from Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, so it was kind of rough on me, but I did get the hang of it by about beta. I started playing it in beta, made a few things, and then once it actually released, like the day of release is when I started in this park. And a little history about this, if you guys have been following the history of Vista View, maybe 6 months ago, I accidentally saved over top of it and had to start all over from the beginning. So this is the redo of it, Vista View 2.0. Now, some of you guys may say, well, why is it called Vista View? Because Vista is the same thing as view. It's literally the same word. The story around that is that the park is owned by a chocolate company called Vista Chocolate. So it's Vista View. It's their park. And there's some more to it, but that is all in some of the first videos. You guys want to go videos? Zoom out here a little bit. Alright, so here we are at the entrance to the park. And you guys, I think the last video I posted was Steel Wolf. Was our Aero Coaster. I did a POV of that when I hit 500 subscribers, so very much love that. Hi Wendy, how are you? And then I did a build video, time-lapse video of our antique cars. So some of the stuff that you guys are going to be seeing coming up here soon is going to be, let's see, what is my next video? I think it's actually the wooden coaster back there coming up next. Steve. Let's take a look down through here. There we go. Now bear with me, because like I said, these cameras are really hard to control sometimes, and here we go haywire on me. Go ahead and hit play. So this is the entrance to the park. It's got the little guys up here, so when a train comes in, it should have done it, but maybe I don't have those planned yet. Not. Okay, so when a train comes into the station, these guys come out and they ring their little bells. I obviously do not have them set up on. Here we are at the entrance to the park. You guys a view of the back of our entrance there. That's the entrance to the train, and over here is the exit of the train. And this is just the central station here, so everything comes out of here. We will head up around Main Street real quick here. I found this awesome little gazebo type thing here on the workshop. I cannot remember who did it. I am sorry. I need to go back and look that up. But it fit my carousel perfectly, and it fits the park perfectly. And then I went in and added some flowers and some... It looks gorgeous right now. We have our balloon ride. And hopefully you guys are enjoying this little kind of view of some of my work and stuff. Because I know some of you may not know me. So that's probably why I'm not getting subscribers and stuff or views and stuff. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to stream tonight. Let's go in and let's take a look at some of my past work so you guys can know that I actually am not a scrub at this game. So I've been playing this game for a long time. I've got 2,200 and some hours in it. I play this game more than I actually sleep. Got the entrance, goes over to the other side of the park right there. Go on either side. Bottom or... So the story of this park, like I said, it's owned by a chocolate company. It's a Bavarian park. It's an Alpine themed park, and it's set in Europe somewhere. I don't know where specifically. So maybe it's Italian, maybe it's French, maybe it's Swiss. I don't really know. The entire actual park came from just this coaster. I was building this coaster, and I had the idea to build a coaster down a Main Street. Somebody came up with the idea to call it Avalanche. And then from Avalanche, we came up with an entire park based on an Alpine theme. And that's kind of how this park came to be. A lot of the architecture comes from Disney-esque type things. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. Just pictures and stuff that I find of like Bavarian villages and Bavarian architecture. That's how you get into the other area, which is on the other side of the park over there. And like I said, if you've been keeping track of the string or the videos and stuff that I do at this park, then you're going to see some stuff that you haven't seen. Or in this little... All of this, of course, was in my last video that I posted the other day, which got demonetized by YouTube. That taken care of. Now we'll head up to the other side of the street here. Rush over here real quick. Got our chair swing over here. You can see Time Spiral back in the background. One of my first videos I posted on YouTube of this park a long time ago, and it got like over 1,000 views. I was so happy that's like one of my first videos I ever did that got over 1,000 views. That one. Little coffee shop. We got bathrooms here, and the bathrooms are also a way to get across there over the side. And looks like I'm down to one viewer again. I was really happy with how this came out. I was trying to... I had a picture that I was working from, like a reference photo, and this thing came out beautiful. Surprised I got it so close to the actual picture. These shutters that I made are actually just art pieces stacked on top of each other in different colors. All my staff is running around because I haven't fixed up any staff management buildings in here yet, and I haven't got any of that sorted out yet, so they're all decided anymore. Just fine. I'll hire people when I actually get back into this park. This whole park is just full of this is a charm and stuff like this. I worked really hard to kind of give them the feel and stuff. And that coaster is moving on. Look at that. So fast. Could be the friction. See, I didn't even hit a button just then, and the whole thing jumped. This building right here, it's all revolved around clocks. That's everything, and kind of, it's supposed to be like time travel or something. It's cuckoo clocks, things of that nature, because I cannot remember what I called the guy, but there you go. This is themed right here. This is actually locked to the car, so when they hit a certain spot and it comes out of here, then these guys kind of come out and ring the bell right about the time that this is in. This was the second coaster I rebuilt in the park. And I added a little flat ride over here, which is the zipper, but I redid it. Also themed around clocks. That music's awful. Never heard the music. Not in that section anyway. I can change that. Alright, so from here, let's go over this way. So, some of you, if you're fans of the Lady Designer, you may recognize these buildings right here as being part of her fantasy store fronts. That's exactly what they are. And I modified them a little bit. Placed them down here, and then I put my custom-built teacups in here. You can get these teacups on the workshop in my workshop there. Link is down below the stream there. You should be able to see it. Also from my workshop is our octopus ride. kind of themed around this, I don't know, fairy tree. It looked good, but it's kind of an overgrown, the trees have reclaimed the ride kind of thing. Works pretty good. None of this area is actually done yet. We've got a kiddie ride over here, modeled after a Zero coaster. Don't expect it to get too many riders. We have this one here, also unthemed yet. Like I said, this is a behind the scenes view. This is going to be a castle. Skip that for now because that's not. You guys, if you remember the original version of Vista View, you may have remembered my invert that I made. Based a little bit off of Banshee at Kings Island. I mean, none of the theming is done on it yet. It's a great ride. It really is one of my favorite rides in it. Glacier Valley, got this on the workshop. Can't remember who did it, but so good. I had to have it in the park. I mean, it's perfect for this park, and I had to have it. It's just incredibly well done, well themed. It's actually 2 coasters, and they mashed it up so that they interact with each other and stuff. And it looks like it's just 1 coaster, but it's actually 2. It's really, really, really well done. And it fit this park so good that I had to have it. Now we'll skip over here. Timber Tower. You can also get this on the workshop. This is my creation here. The day, I think I made this the day that we could do, that they took off collision detection, is the day that I started on this ride. So this was one of the first things I created with no collision. You can search for it on the workshop's Timber Tower, or just go to the link down below. Find it. Now we're going to head over here to our wooden coaster. Timing is off. I like this bit. I've still got a lot more work to do on this. The original version was really, really nice, and this new version has been changed up a little. But it is still pretty close to the original. Hey, Hardcore, what's up, man? Burning midnight oil. Yeah, this is my typical streaming time from now on. Midnight to 2 a.m. is about the best I can do. Not really burning a midnight oil for me. It's just, you know, it's my choice. I'm a night owl anyway, so it works out great for me. Get over here. So the ending of the coaster's been changed up some. And I think it works better than the way I originally had it. I got a figure 8 pattern. I haven't done anything on the flume yet, so all we got so far is just, I think, the layout of the flume. Pretty much about it. I haven't got any of the theming done down in here yet. This is what I've been currently kind of working on. Last time I played in Vista View on my Twitch stream, this is what we were working on, was the log flume. Once I get the log flume done, then I can finish the rest of the coaster. And you guys will get another POV of it. Custom done wooden walls all the way up and down the tunnel there. And then my bridge here, which you can get on the workshop. And like I said, this area, nowhere near finished yet. Still got a ton of work to do on it. But you can kind of now see where things are going to be connecting at. So, coming back into here, we will have most likely a dark ride. We'll be going right here. And then I added the hammer swing in here as well because I thought this would be a good place for a hammer swing. I just haven't figured out how I'm going to theme it to this thing. I'll figure it out. Now we're on the other side of the park over here, where the Ferris wheel was. I head over here, head inside here. So if you're coming from the park this way, this is the first thing that greets you as soon as you come out from under the guest house. There's this little garden area here. I'm also still tweaking that. There's the entrance to Steel Wolf over in there. So you can go through the Fest House or you can come around by Steel Wolf. Or jalopies. Been doing some painting on them. You guys saw what they were going to look like. Like you got the build video, but you didn't see the changes and stuff I made to the colors except in the actual picture, the thumbnail for the video. But as you can see here, I've been changing it around a little bit, making it a little bit more more festive, more Italian, more, you know, giving it some color. I didn't think the white really fit too. Have our second train station is right there. Then we have, this is going to be like supposedly one of the park's oldest coasters. I might even go back and redo this as a Leap the Dips. Leap the Gaps or Hop the Gaps or whatever the name of that thing is. But call it Matterhorn. This is making me nostalgic to actually get back and ride back into building in Vista View. Let me do this for you though. So this is our hyper coaster. Something else you guys haven't seen yet unless you've been watching me on Twitch. Stop that. We'll actually take a ride on this because I love this hyper coaster. It's about 230 feet high. If I'm not mistaken. I think that is what I used on it. Now that we can actually redo the park and stuff with, you know, going outside of the boundaries and things like that and expanding the park, getting to the skirts and stuff of it, I'm going to be doing that with Vista View as well at the park some. This will have a mountain, like ice, mountain, snow kind of theme to it, more like a Himalayan thing. What did I call this ride? Oh, geez, I can't even remember. I can never remember what I call this thing. Oh, the sound went out on that for some reason. I have to report that as a bug. Mordrond, that's it. Which stands, I think it's French or German or something for murder wall, is what it is. It's not really the best name for a coaster when you actually consider the name that it actually is, but I really thought that sounded really cool. I looked through a bunch of like alpine mountains and words for like that are used in the Alps and stuff like that, and I come across this one and I really liked it. So even though the meaning is actually kind of like deathly, I still love how it sounds, and I just thought it was a great name. I even may build this mountain even taller right past the peak. That. But there you have it there, guys. This is Vista View. This is the first park that I started back when the game came out. Had to restart it. You guys an overview of it there. Something most of you haven't seen. Hi, Victor. I'm bad for seeing the names of the people who actually say it. I thought somebody else had said it. Alright, so from Vista View, let's move on to my next creation, which is... that's going to be Whitaker Lake Park, which is my challenge park that I started. Now, while this is loading a little bit of history on what I was doing here, some of my friends were playing the challenge mode, and I had never tried the challenge mode. So I thought, okay, well, let's try challenge mode in this game. So I went in and I started a park on medium. It was the first time I'd ever played challenge mode. So I thought, let's start on medium because I kind of got a plan. And the plan was to create a park year by year. Same way that any park out there actually does. So not adding 3 or 4 coasters in a year just because we have the cash to do it, but literally build out year by year and progress the same as an actual park would. So some years, one year you may have a coaster. Next year, well, you just built a coaster last year, so let's expand upon our water park, or let's expand upon, maybe just add a restaurant or a flat ride or something like that. And that's what we did with this. So every year we would add something new, but it wouldn't be some huge thing every single year. And I also added the attractions in the years that they would actually be available. So, in 1981 we didn't have hyper coasters, so I'm not going to put a hyper coaster in 1981. So we had to look at what was actually available in there, which was a complete challenge in its own because there's not enough flat rides in this game that were released in the early years of theme parks and stuff to really work with. So it was definitely a challenge. There. All right. So again, you guys are going to see this is the actual finished park. Mostly finished anyway. I still got to go back and fix things here and there. But welcome to Whitaker Lake as it stands. 30 years of playing in challenge mode. So you'll notice right away that the actual entrance is different than what it is in the actual park as it stands now. Last video I think I posted was your 10, I think. Your 10 or 12. So we didn't have the towers yet. And also this park is not set up for staff management either. We're going to head over here. One of the best things we're going to get into here. There's our corkscrew coaster. Arrow corkscrew. But this is something you guys haven't seen in a video yet that we started on. I built a water park area. I made this awesome wave pool. You can find this in my workshop. And yes, it is functioning. A little surf shack here for food and stuff. Now this is closed right now. It was always closed because nobody ever comes into this area because there's nothing for the people to actually ride over here, so they never come over here. A few of these slides I got off the workshop. A few of them I built myself. This one I got off the workshop. I meant to go back and redo it. I didn't like how it was. I needed some slides and I didn't feel like building slides. This little sandcastle and stuff came off the workshop. This came off the workshop, and they had used Silverette's tube pieces. I used Silverette's tube pieces to make this thing right here. So this is my own creation. Can't remember if I put this on the workshop or not. I think I did, but if not, I will put it up there tonight. This I know is on the workshop. This is a little play area. Like a little kids area there. Water parks in this game would be really cool, I think, if they did it. And then we have the funnel. I cannot remember who made this, but man, this is awesome. Whoever did this, genius on making awesome look. We got a little water park area that's going to be coming to Whitaker Lake in later videos. You guys will see the construction of all of those. Yeah, I know, it's cool, isn't it, dude? There's our zipper. Here's the problem with a zipper. The zipper always breaks down. Everyone wants to ride my zipper, but my zipper is always broke. Log flume, one of the last things you guys saw in Whitaker Lake. Antique cars. And let's go. Okay, we'll go halfway over this way so you guys can get a good look. Dodgems, which I didn't really talk about in many of my videos, but I ended up doing a custom sign on top of the Dodgems, as well as doing a little bit of fencing on it. And then I moved on to other things. Got the bridge right there where the cars can meet. Now let's go this way. Got bathrooms. Got this little ice cream shack that I made here, which I thought was really cool. I used to put some poke. We have fireworks that go off every July in the park, and you can watch them from here. It's a great little area. Staging area down in here, along with our sundial. Got these shops here. Entrance to our log flume. And now we're coming into stuff that I know you guys have not seen yet. This is all of this whole area new. I created a 4D theater. And I did it by adding, basically, yeah, there you can kind of see it. It's just this in here, just to get people to actually come in and actually ride it. But I hid that ride underneath of this, and we just said it's a 4D movie. So you gotta suspend your disbelief a little bit for that one, but it's all good. I'm gonna come over here. We have, this is actually something I was working on for a little while separately, and I added it into this park because it something, and I already started working on it. But if you've ever been to Silver Dollar City, you may recognize this. This is Thunderation, which I was doing a recreation of. This was going to be my second recreation, or third recreation, that I was doing from different parks and stuff. The first one was the Racer from Kings Island. The second was the Big Bad Wolf. And then this was going to be my third, and I never finished it. I started it, but never finished it. Eventually, I am going to get back to it, though. But you can see the entire station is custom wall using planks. Kind of give it this old feeling. And this was not easy to get these paths to curve down like that. This is a very popular ride at the park too. Love this ride. We have a custom themed reskinned Tilt-A-Whirl. You can get this on my workshop as well if you guys are interested. Back in the background you can see our Sidewinder coaster. This, I did not do this, but it's genius. I loved it and I wanted it in the park. I'm fairly sure that's based off of Silver Dollar City's Giant Swings. But I was really, really, really lucky to find a place that I could put this in there. It's actually in the park. We have a GCI coaster, Sidewinder. Except I forgot one GCI element on this. When I was designing the coaster, I completely forgot about it. When I was originally thinking about it, I had it planned to do it, but when I was actually building the coaster, I never got to it. It's something that almost every GCI has. Pretty sure every GCI has it. I forgot to do the station fly-through. Completely forgot to do it. But I still think it came out really well as a coaster itself. Still. Have the queue line that winds around down in here. Now, I'm not riding the coasters or anything because I am just kind of going through this kind of quick tonight. I'm already 49 minutes in and we're still got a few more things I need to show you before we start Boardwalk. But, so, that is that. We got go-karts over here that I added. These will be on the workshop at some point very soon. I still need some more work to do on them before I can actually really... This is in my workshop though. A little plaza kind of thing, like a restaurant that I made. I love this. That it was beautiful. That is in my workshop as well. So, you know, like I said, now that you guys can see my work, hopefully you realize that, you know, I'm actually really good at this. At least I kind of think I am. So before we ever had Cascade, I made my own giant flume. And this is on the workshop if you guys are interested in it. But I've got a very high prestige, so people don't really ride it. I did my own custom flume all the way around it. And I'd done this by using, I think it was the Anubis coaster with one car. And it actually works kind of well. So it's not an actual train, it's literally just one car goes out at a time. And then we did, for the splash effects, we did some special effects done. Oh, pretty good. There's the part of my go-kart ride. The last attraction that ever got added to the park in its final year that I did it was our Hopper coaster. Nothing major, but I liked it. And it's named after, I called it Alpha, and the reason I called it Alpha is because I had a guy who subscribed to my Patreon for $20 for like a few months. And I always said, if you subscribed as a Patreon to my park, I would do a coaster just for you. And this is his coaster. So he's no longer a Patreon with me, but I owed him a coaster, and this is his coaster. I did a hyper, and I called it Alpha, and his name was Alpha Cough. So, good guy. He helped support the streams and stuff for a while. Before we had the Monte Leon and the other one, we had this. So this was just kind of a fake ride that I put in there. Also, another fake ride is our bungee jumping thing here. let's head over here to our boomerang. Another little patio eating place here that I did just for funnel cakes and stuff. Nothing fancy. My attempt, my really horrible attempt at a custom sign. That came out awful. Really did. We were not even gonna look at that anymore. That just was awful. Let's see. There's my attempt at a top spin. And here's our haunted house in the park, which never got... I think this haunted house maybe got 30 visitors, 30 people to ride it in its entire time it's been in existence in the park. Nobody wanted to ride this thing because I could not get the prestige up. I could not get guests back in this area to save the life of them. They just would not. They stayed all up front and they wouldn't come back to the back of the park, which made it really hard to even get them on the boomerang or any of this stuff back in here. And it's that stupid prestige stuff of Frontiers that caused it. Here we have the back turnaround area of the racers, our dueling coaster, which I did for this. Got the Screaminator back here. There's where the racers come down. I should probably move that tree since you can actually sit back in here. That would actually moving that tree and making it smaller. Yeah, I think I'll do that. In the video that's actually coming up, you guys will actually see me add this in there, I think. A few other things. This gets added in the next video. You can kind of start seeing me kind of work my way up through this area here. This was going to be my attempt at creating some custom games, like a midway game thing. I never got around to it. So I built the building, but I never got it. Or the custom. Now, Ruble Trillion has his, and his would go great in there. So, but this is an older park. The roller plane over there. The racer heading down to the station. S. Dan Wolf's Red's Drive-In. Awesome creator. I love S. Dan Wolf. Would love to do a collaboration with S. Dan Wolf. We both have a love of Silver Dollar City, Dollywood, things like that. That's some of our favorite parks. I've asked S. Dan Wolf to do a collab with me. He's kind of busy. He wasn't able to do it. He said maybe later on, so we'll see. But I would love to do a collab with him. Got a Wild Mouse, themed after the ride or after the board game Mousetrap. Sort of slightly themed. Here's our kiddie coaster, which is almost the same kind of type of ride that I did for Vista View, but it's got the dragon on it instead of the whale or worm or whatever else was in there. Shipwrecked, which is our pirate ship. I actually did a really good job of theming this, I thought. And this is kind of the entrance to our Treasure Island area of the park. As I got later into the years, and this was a challenge park, so I didn't have a whole lot of money to work with, so I had to make some cuts here and there. But as I got later into the years and stuff of building this park, I just kind of started half-assing things. And I never finished a lot of stuff that I had intended to do. Here's our river rapids. Nothing really special about the river rapids. Our invert, though. Our invert looks absolutely... a lot of work on that. Got Mr. Tiki over here. I call the invert Fathom because I don't know why. I had a reason. I can't remember what it was. I was trying to think of something really like piratey, and Fathom just... It's a nautical thing. I can't fathom calling it anything else. I meant to do a restaurant right here and never got around to it because, like I said, we ended everything at like year 3. So the game just started getting way too hard to build in. It was dropping down to like 10 frames a second. I couldn't really do much. So there you have it, guys. This is Whitaker Lake in 30 years. Building Challenge Park. Alright, so let's move on to our next park. And this is the one that gets the most views. This is what everybody loves to see me build on. And it is some of my best personal work actually done. And that is going to be Crystal Gardens. Yep. And you guys feel free to ask questions and stuff. This is a get to know me kind of thing tonight. So ask questions, ask away, anything you want to ask at all. As long as it's not too bad, I'll answer. I want to get to know you guys too, so. Boom. Stream's good. Healthy. Boom, boom, boom. I've almost got this park done too. It may see a release somewhere around the 1st of the year. You haven't seen much of this park? Well, you're going to get to tonight. I'm going to pause it because I'd like to get some FPS back on this. Okay, so as you can see, I've been playing around a little bit with scenario editors, so we've moved some of the terrain and stuff around here. And we'll up to the entrance. So this is my most realistic park to date. I'm trying to do backstage areas, everything. I'm inspired by Bro Coaster. So with, you know, Mike Sheets, N7, Mass Bandit, all those guys, they're just brilliant. Jubilee Gardens, everybody's doing this whole, like, you know, trying to be realistic and everything, and I love it. And they inspired me to try to do something myself along those lines. Yeah, I've got a ton of it filled out. You guys haven't... The videos are just now starting to come in. I've been doing like one a week, trying to do anyway, and they're all like 3 months behind. I have been working my ass off on this park literally almost every night, and I've made so much progress in 3 months that it's ridiculous. So we have our parking lot here. So like I said, I'm trying to do very, very realistic looking park. So we have our parking lot here. We have backstage areas that I've been playing around with. There's our boomerang coaster. switchback is what I call that one. Now, yes, I know it has floating rocks. I can't delete those rocks. I tried to delete those rocks. I have to take it back in the scenario editor and get rid of them. Got ticket booths. There's the entrance. I posted the first video of Crystal Gardens building the entrance to this park, and I got 1,000 views in about a week, and I was just blown away. I don't know what it was about this particular one, but everybody seemed to really like that build video. And yeah, so this is just kind of the expansion upon that. And this park is, like I said, it's almost done. The only thing I'm doing right now is I'm adding a couple more rides to it and details. We have a path right there that goes all the way back to the back of the park. You guys will see a little bit of that later on. There's our wooden coaster, the Wildcat. You guys got to see a little bit of that in the last video. Over there we have something that you'll be seeing coming up soon. Is our flying trapeze ride. But let's go ahead and head into the park. Now this all came to be because I wanted to do, for like, I don't know, about a year, I've had it in my head, I would love to do an entrance that has the merry-go-round built into the entrance, which is what this is. So we had the merry-go-round right on top of it, and I didn't want to do, like most parks have trains or something built into their entrance. I didn't want to do it. So I wanted to be different and unique. And I think that's why that actually got so many views. I added a gift shop into it a little later on. So yeah, that does kind of look like it's been added. Because it didn't really plan for that, but I thought, you know what, let's go. Our train station and our Ferris wheel. Guys, a good look at the train station here. So it's hard to see in some of the videos and stuff that I post just how detailed this was, but I put a lot of work into the train station. I love using these Knight Rider T-tops as glass panels. I don't know too many other people that do that. I love to do it though. I think it works out great. There's the back of our entrance. And somebody had mentioned, and I think it might have been you, Victor, about having the buildings and stuff. Will I have the buildings and stuff in the back? Or in the front and stuff, like restaurants and stuff? We do. It does have those. We have guest services. We have Granny Smith's, which is kind of an inside joke between me and another streamer. But this is baked goods, homemade ice cream, candy apples, all that's available in there. There, that kind of goes underneath the train right there over in the area. We're going to head over here. We're going to head over into Wildcat's area here. Yeah, you had asked about doing like a Main Street area if I was going to do. I'm fairly certain it was you that asked. I may be wrong, but I think it was you. About having like Main Street building. So and yes, this is very similar to Jubilee Gardens, Mr. Twister. The shape and stuff I did a little bit different. I think theirs is more of a solid shape, while mine is, kind of see it's got more of an outline and stuff into it. And these little things right here, just take one of them out. As you can see, I went very, very detailed on and placed those all the way down. I don't even know how many pieces that is, but it was a lot of work. That was an afternoon of fun. When it comes to the dodgems, I like the dodgems just the way they are. Some people complain about the dodgems and the roof and stuff, and they wish it didn't have the roof and stuff on it, and I get that. You know, it would be kind of cool if it didn't have the roof as well, but I like it the way it is. I think it looks very, very classic, and I love using it just the way it is. The only thing I added to it was just this little like tent area here. Moving on down through here, and you guys are going to get so much. You're going to see the entire park basically tonight because it is almost done. The monster, based off of Kings Island's Octopus Ride. Those who don't know, Kings Island is my home park. Head down over here. Wildcat's second heel. We're going to come over here to the Flying Trapeze. Very well themed, not over the top, very realistic. This looks like something, in my opinion, this does look like something a park would actually add. The theming is not fantastic in any way. It fits the area very well. It doesn't go, it's not over the top, basically. I even put the sign up on top of it as well. Rubotrillions made these fantastic, awesome looking, like midway games. They're so good. They really, really are. And I even have one of the staff management buildings is back here, inside of that building. So the staff kind of goes back in there. We got the new picnic tables over here, which the guests don't seem to use. I don't know why it is. They will sit at the tables, but I have yet to see anybody eat at these tables. Big Top Treats. And then some more of Rubotrillion stuff over here. But I also have... So I'm keeping the skee ball, but I'm trying to change out the midway game so we don't have the same midway games on both sides. Geekism, Jaunty, made these awesome... shoot the hoops, and I altered the building a little bit to get those in there. I thought we had to have those in there. So props to Jaunty there, otherwise known as Geekism. You guys should check out his stream. He's got Pinewood Hills, very, very good, great looking park. I think he just released an episode today. He also live streams on as well. This is one that I did myself. So the Jacob's Ladder, I made this one myself. This isn't anybody else's but mine. And then this one down here, this is also Rubotrillions, and it's the same one. It's on the other end, but it's going to get changed out into something else. I just don't know what yet. Now, let's head over to Wildspin. Now, I'm going to actually hit play on this because you guys really need to see this sign. This sign is so beautiful. Hopefully you can see it kind of lighting up there. I think the time frame doesn't really... time of day I have on it doesn't really work too well with it, but yeah. In the right light, that is beautiful. Shoot the geek. I don't want to shoot the geek. Geekism was awesome. Gotten to know Jaunty here in the last week, and he's a really great guy. I've been chatting with Mast and Rubotrillions, Commando Santa, N7. I've been chatting with all those guys all week long, and they're just a great bunch of guys. Alright, we'll hit pause again. So the train comes down here. Here we have the turnaround for Wildcat. The train comes down around this way. And I put... install Shoot the Geek as the last game. Well, I know what you meant, but I mean... I did think about making it a shooting game, but I was thinking about maybe like the Ducks or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do with it yet. I'll figure it out before the final thing. Lots of little terrain and level changes and stuff in this map. I need to do fencing and stuff too. Like I said, a lot of it still needs some details. But you can see 3 levels here of terrain. We have the water. We have the train track. The train track is lower than the path, so that when the train passes, you can see it from the path down there, or up there. Just a little touch that I got to put something in here. I don't know what yet, but there will be something going in there. We have train crossings and the log flume. Beautiful log flume I created for this. That's cool that you guys all have a little community amongst yourselves. Yep, it is the Bro Nation. It is a great community of guys. I'm happy to be included with those guys at this moment. But I mean, we kind of all knew each other, but not knew each other for a long time, because we all played Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 for like the longest time, and we're all members of Shy Guys World. Some of us go further back. Me and Mass Bandit go as far back as like the Atari forums back when Roller Coaster 3 kind of came out. So we've been playing for a long time. We just, you know, now is the day of the YouTube age and collaborations and all this other stuff. So I mean, you know, that's pretty neat how everybody's kind of coming together, working together and stuff. All right, then we have a Gerstlier over here. And I will show you guys a close-up of this station. I get a lot of comments about how I put those up there, so some people say, oh, it kind of looks like animal bones or something. I'm like, yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? I did the same thing down here with the entrance as well. And over here, see the rest of the ride. All right, and then we have our River Rapids, which is one of the last things that we've added in the park. A lot of work still needs to be done on this. A lot of rocks, a lot of foliage, a lot of terrain, a lot of little details, woodworking, everything needs to be done on that. So much work needs to be done. But I've got a pretty good start on it. Monte Leon and Grizzly. No station yet for Grizzly, but we do have the ride done. Other than just doing some more foliage work and stuff. You guys who watched the Vista View, originally you may recognize my barbecue place, the Lodge. I thought this was a great place to put this here, so I wanted to reuse this. This is one of my favorite creations. Just because I love this little pit, outdoor fire pit here that I made. I love that. And yeah, this is a big open plaza looking area here that'll get smoothed out a little bit later. Let's head over here. I'm gonna skip showing you that. I'm just gonna head over here this way and show you the arrow. So we're on the other side over here now, and arrow coaster. And another place where I've done like multi-level stuff. So we have the water, you have this little step up area over here, and then have that area up there. As you can see, it slopes up right here. Then you have a whole nother area up here, which is behind our train station. Little terrain changes like that can mean a lot in parks like this. Instead of having everything just so flat, you know, try to make some different terrain elevations and stuff, and it makes a Ferris wheel. Here's behind the thing, and let's go up front. Let's go back to the front of the park, and I'll show you the other side. So the other side of Main Street over here has locker rentals. I made little lockers and stuff in there too. Shout out to Ruble Trillions. We have Ruble's restaurant here. Heading down this way, we have bathrooms. There's a boomerang coaster that you saw from the parking lot. Scrambler ride. Very well themed, I think. I think I did a good job like skinning that. Making it look like very generic, but yet still part of this little area. This restaurant, modeled after the Plaza restaurant at Disney World. And all of those. That spire, just the spire alone is like 1,200 pieces, I think. Just for the spire. Then we have here picnic tables, everything, kind of get a good look at the rest of the area here. Got a star flyer. Now, I know what you guys see, and you'll get to see more of that in just a minute. Is this the park with the airplane themed ride with a big hangar? Yes, it is. Most certainly is. So I took the Cascade and made a giant flume out of it. Gave it some more splash. And I took the flume, the custom flume that I did in Whitaker Lake. I put it in this park and redid it a little bit, made it wider so it actually fits this particular ride. And I did my own flume down on it. Let's see, let's hit play. There you go. And it's got a huge splash now. I added some special effects and stuff. Really, that working. It's a very simple ride. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it does what it needs to do because that's what those things do. They take you up and then they drop you down into the water. Much more to it than that. And from Peep View, this park has some great views. I took benches, hid them underneath the things so people would actually sit on the stonework. And you see I'm doing my best to try to do like the fences and everything. Like I said, this is my most realistic park I've ever done. And I'm trying to finish everything off too. It's a daunting task, but I'm up for it. Now we're going to take a look at the RMC of the park. The Cyclone. I hit play. I don't know where their coaster is right now at the moment, but made a really old, classic kind of station for it. So the idea is that this used to be just a wooden coaster, and they had RMC come in and redo it a little bit, but they didn't give it like a total workover. It's not meant to be hugely exciting, so really the only thing that is kind of in it is just that 0G row. And the fact that it goes over the Larson loop. That gets a lot of comments right there. People love that idea. I think N7 himself said he was going to steal it. So I was like, all right, go ahead. But yeah, that's one of my favorite things I got in this area right here. This is a Coca-Cola Marketplace from Carowinds that my friend Isolated Fear did. And then I altered it a little bit from his original version, which you can find his version is on the marketplace. And it is really, really nice. But I altered the windows and the interior to work within what I needed. Also, I did some more work around with the flowers and stuff. But it's basically his building, all the exterior of it is all his. I just changed the interior a little bit. I love this building though, and it fits this area so nice too. We're probably going to go a little bit longer tonight than 2 hours. I didn't realize I'd be showing off my parks for this long. A lot of people love the helix on this too. That's almost 90 degrees right there, I think. We haven't gotten over to that section yet. I forgot to show you that. But we have Leviathan, which is our suspended coaster. You guys will be seeing a video of that coming up soon. And we will go down in here into our invert. See the land slopes down here. I've not done any of the buildings for our railroad systems yet, except for the first one. But you can come down here, walk underneath of here into our stunt show area. So the entire idea of this is it's revolved around an aerial stunt show. So I got Red Dragon's planes in here. Red Dragon made some beautiful planes, and I changed them up a little bit, but they're originally his. Just took a few pieces off of it. We have Wings Pizza. I figured out that I can make that right there, still hide, like this could be in front of this sign, and still be, include that in there too. I don't know how I did it, but I got it to work. Flight Deck Gifts, and this is our queue line. I love that right there. I don't know where their music's at. It's just gone at this point. Another railroad crossing right there. Yeah, as soon as I unpause it, my FPS drops to like 17 right now. It's a good thing I'm just about done with this park, but with the details and stuff that I still have to add, it's going to probably drop to like 10. Oh, here we got it. It's actually heading down now. Let's go over here real quick. So it comes down, goes through that Immelman right there. Into a corkscrew, into a cobra roll, and back into the station from there, into a helix. We'll head this way. Not much to see in this area because there's still a lot of the stuff that needs to be done over in this area. I've not added restaurants, buildings, or anything over it. Lots and lots more work to do in this area. Steaming a ship there. You can see the train, where the train goes back through there. Now, my antique car rides. You may remember these from Whitaker Lake, how I love to do the bridge and stuff and have the cars interact with each other. You also notice, wait a minute, there are 2 colors of cars on this track. That's because it is 2 different rides. So we have one on this side and one on this side. The original antique cars at Kings Island had two stations. It had one that was like old sports cars and one that was the old antique cars like this on two different sides of the park. And they would interact with each other on this little bridge right here with meet. That is where this came from. So I kind of modeled this a whole lot off of Kings Island's antique cars. And of course I gave it my own spin, but that is where that comes from. I did add the bathrooms here. These are the same bathrooms from up front. I just put them up well. Let's see. Let's go take a look before we show you that, because that's the last thing I've been building in the park. I know you guys keep getting glimpses of it, but let's go over here. So if you're coming in for the park from the entrance and you come up this way, you will see Leviathan, which is our suspended coaster. A little bit modeled after Iron Dragon at Cedar Point, as you can tell there. It's got the flyover of the lake there with the mist. I'm really proud of this sign. I don't like to do custom signs as much because it's a lot of pieces, a lot of work, and if I don't have to, I won't. So I try to find unique ways to use in-game pieces to make my signs. So we took the dragon and we sunk him into the ground, and then we took another dragon and we sunk him into the ground so his back's showing. We made kind of a sea serpent. And then I put the sign up on top of that. I really think the colors of this ride are really nice too. I love how it looks. It's got great views from everywhere. You can see Starflower going up there. And one other thing I love to do in my parks is, you know, path interaction, stuff like that, where you can actually see the ride from the path. Kind of make you feel like, oh, I really want to ride that. So the lift hill kind of drops down to here, back around, and then over to that. Alright, so from here, alright, I'll show you the final piece of the park. Right now, it's a bit too big. I need to do some work on it. The scaling is like way off on it, but I am going to keep working on it and tweaking it. This is probably what I'll be working on tomorrow night on Twitch. So if you guys tune in to me on Twitch tomorrow night, this is what we'll be working on. It's right here. So our haunted house. Haunted manor, I should say. Close up like this, it doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty good, I think, actually, close up. But you can see this thing all the way from like way over there. You can see it, and it's way overbearing, a little bit too. So I'm going to shrink it down a little bit, try to get it more reasonably in scale. It's not too bad though, considering it's going to be like 2 levels. That's not too bad. So the last time I streamed on Twitch, this is what we were working on. The last 2 times I streamed on Twitch, we tweaked and worked on this, actually. Started the construction and then did the rest of it the next night. Alright, Hardpunk, thank you so much for tuning in, man. Very much good to see you again. Hopefully you can catch me a little bit tomorrow night. Same time, midnight tomorrow night, but it'll be on Twitch. And that is all of this park that I have to show right now at the moment. There we go. Hope you guys enjoyed the view of that park. Like I said, it is just about finished. I'll do an overview real quick. Kind of get a good glimpse of it. And where everything is kind of located. So we have the entrance there. This guy, you guys have seen this, you've seen this, and you've seen this so far. Upcoming videos, that, Leviathan, all of this over in here. That's all coming up. No worries, man. I'm sorry I had to stream so late. I don't get out of work until 11 my time, so even trying to make these midnight times has been kind of rough for me. Backstage areas, like I said, I am trying to do this as realistic as possible, so I didn't show these off a little bit ago, but we do have some little backstage things back here. We're going to be getting into those a little more too. So we have a road that goes back here. So back over here where the Midway games are, we have a delivery of toys that just got made. We're backstage. And there'll be a lot more of that. And yep, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and see. Let's do Sandy Beaches. Let's load it up and we will start doing this. So one thing I'm going to start tonight is we're going to redo the pass that we was working on last night. I was talking to Pro Coaster guys and they all agreed my pass was way too big. I'm going to redo. They're going to get scaled down. Bum, bum, bum. Showing all those off actually took a whole lot longer than I expected. So we're already an hour and a half in. So we'll probably go maybe another hour tonight. Probably do 3-hour stream. So this is where we left off last night. I didn't do too much else. Makes me sad when I'm not sure if I lost my park or not. You're not sure if you lost your park? Do you not know for sure if you did or not? Your computer took a crap? Uh-oh. Well, it saves on the cloud, so it just depends on when the last time you saved was. Whatever the last save you had, you should definitely be able to get back. Alright, so according to them, 22. I could even do less than that, actually. I think I will. Really wish those guys were in there right now. There's not a wood boardwalk textured pathway, is there? There's not. Well, there is. There's this. Actually, not too bad, actually. But I don't know using it or not. I think what I'm going to do is put my own path down. Save games are saved to Steam Cloud. Yes, they are. As long as when you exited it, like as soon as you exited your last game, it should be saved to the cloud, so you should be able to get it back. That's so, like, I could go, my old backup computer I had, I could load the same parks and stuff up on it that I had on here as long as I was logged in. Oh yeah, I can't wait for that new stuff. That looks so good. I had to work most of the day, but I did get to see some of it, so really excited for it. Now, none of this is going to work for me. I'm going to have to swag it. I saw nothing. I'm just going off what you said stream. Oh, there's some new stuff today. I now know what the so they showed off the new coaster. It's just like the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train at Disney World. It's got the swinging cars. So yeah, that's gonna be really, really good. All right, you have a great rest of the night, man. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I want to get that just perfect right. Oh wait, I can get this just perfect. I'll just move everything over a little bit. Alright, that'll work. Yep, it's got the swinging cars. Let me see if I can find the picture for you real quick before you head out. Hold on. Worms Planet Coaster. Oh, there they are. Okay, so here's all the new photos. So you got this one. That's big. That's actually. Zoom out on it a little bit. Okay, so you can see more vines and some other stuff. There's a Jeep right there. More. Let's see. Actually, that might. I don't know if that is actually new or not. New trash cans though. New foliage pieces. Lots of new stuff in this. All right, that's just one photo. There's our new character we're gonna get in the game. Our new mascot. And then there. Now you can kind of see what I mean by the swinging cars. So it's the mine train, but the cars swing back and forth on the actual car itself. So if you've ever seen Snow White's Seven Dwarfs, their mine cart ride at Disney, that's exactly what that is. And somebody did they showed a picture of it here. Bottom. There they are. So this is the one at Disney World right there. So you can kind of see what it looks like there. So we're getting that, which is really cool. That's all the new stuff. Jungle Tiki Safari theme looks awesome. Yeah, I think it's going to be better than the Spooky Pack, and I really like the Spooky Pack. So, just having new foliage and stuff is going to be really good. I'm not super excited for the Jungle Cruise ride like everybody else is, but I'll use it. I can definitely find a use for it. At least we're getting rides in this pack, unlike, you know, the Spooky Pack, we didn't get any rides in. So, oh wait, no, yeah, we did. We did get rides in the Spooky Pack. We got the haunted house stuff. I'm an idiot. That's awesome, dude. I don't know where I will use it at, but I'm sure I could use the foliage and stuff. And I'll figure out a way to use more stuff out of it. What I will need to do at this point is delete the paths here. And I will have to delete the paths all in here. No problem, man. You have a great rest of the night, and I will see you the next time I get to see you. For joining us. I love having interaction from fans. This doesn't need to be moved much, but it just needs slight. I completely moved up. Moved it all, and I didn't move it. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Think that's not even. That might be. That looks pretty even. I think that looks good. That's not coming out right. What's up? There we go. Hmm. This doesn't have to be exact right here because it is going to be moved anyway later on. Now let's get a, like this. Eight. Alright, so now we have an entrance. Yeah, I do too. I really wish there was a bigger around. Do you ever tune into my Twitch streams, Victor, or do you just typically watch the YouTube video? I don't know if I can't remember if I've ever seen you in my Twitch streams or not. Some people don't use Twitch, so that's why I'm trying to get my name out a little bigger. Trying to do the YouTube thing now. Mostly YouTube? Yeah, that's how some people are. Some people don't do Twitch. They don't watch on Twitch. Don't really watch Twitch. No worries. Well, now you've got... So not only will I have my videos that I'll be posting as often as I can, which it's hard for me to do, but I do try to post my videos at least 3 times a week. I don't typically reach that, but I try. So now I've got a live stream that I'll be doing at least once a week so that you can kind of catch up on this park. Now this park is only exclusively going to be during these live streams. There won't be any YouTube videos of it, of time-lapse videos. There won't be any, no building on this off stream or anything. All of this is going to be built during a Twitch live stream. So... post something here real quick. Give me one moment. Okay. Now, before I do anything else, I'm waiting to find out what some people think of this first. In the meantime, let's see. What can we do in the meantime? What needs to be done? What do we need to fix? I'm still not 100% sure how I'm going to do our entrance just yet. So, let's see. Our little guy right here, I made it a little easier for him. He can kind of get out a little better now. Can you imagine having to stand there all day with them trains whizzing past your head? I bet that's a crappy job. You know what I just realized? I don't have a whole lot of space here for a queue line, do I? This will probably be one of the biggest rides in the park. I bet this will have a huge queue line. I gotta figure out a better queue line for this. This isn't gonna work. I don't know why I didn't think of that last night. Okay, let's see. Like for that to... Aw. Well. Okay, so we'll redo this. I think I've got it. How about that? Again, the queue line's not very long, but it's not horrible. I wish we could make paths, just normal paths, as small as 10 feet, so that match up. That would be so much better. I wish we could. Can I get this to work with a 13? That is a good try. If I move it over a little bit more, I can. I want to make this work. I want to make it work. If you've never watched any of my Twitch streams, you know I make things work. Even if I have to place paths 10 times. Oh, I see what the issue is. Okay, not a problem. There, how about that? That's not bad. Let's square it up. Square that one. $10 to ride our coaster. $10, you ride all day. How much for the Ferris wheel? What do you think? Let's give the Ferris wheel a second sequence. Let's add another. Let's do it. I don't know why I can't place an entrance. Why can't I place an entrance? The coaster? It's the coaster. Damn it. Watch this. If I raise the coaster now, now I can place the entrance, I bet. Look at that. Weirdest thing, isn't it? That works like that? Okay. A little bit of music would be nice. Anytime now. So we want a classic haunted house in this Boardwalk Park. We want something like Santa Cruz. Thinking about Santa Cruz. Here, let's see. Need to make this under here work as something. Maybe put that there. Some of these may change as well. Probably won't use all of these. Nodules. Nah, I don't think I'll put those there. I'll do something else. That won't work there. Like that there. Teacups underneath the coaster? Maybe? Maybe we'll put something else underneath there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, kind of thinking about... How about that right there? What do you think? I want to go with it for now. Now we gotta get, let's see, some other rides. Let's figure out what we're gonna put in this park. Okay, so we want, I think we want a boomerang. Sure. So let's put that over there. I feel like I want to put a boomerang in this park. Okay, and we want spinning wild mouse, maybe? Maybe? Let's see. We're gonna do, yeah, we're gonna put that in there. Okay. So the Cascade and a boomerang. And let's see here. A junior coaster. And a Eurofighter. I don't know where I'm going to put. I have no idea how I'm going to put these in this park, but okay. And I'm thinking wild mouse. I would like to put a wild mouse in my park. So, do we want it to be a spinning wild mouse? Okay, so it basically comes down to one of these two. Spinning coaster or spinning wild mouse. I'll just do a wild mouse. Let's do spinning wild mouse. It doesn't actually have to spin. Doesn't have to. Okay, so those are our coasters we're going to put. All right. And track rides, let's see here. Track rides, we're going to go with... I think I want to use Ghost Train. Now, do we want to use anything else? I don't think. Maybe go-karts. Maybe we might add some go-karts. If we have space left over, we can make. Rides-wise, let's see here. Definitely a kickflip. Octopus. Top spin. And already added that. Let's put a boat. And Try Storm. And that we already got that. We added that. No, I think we can probably add a Larson loop too. Can we get a Larson loop in between the paths? Does that work? I bet we can at some point. I can probably make that work, I think. I think I can make it work. And then let's see. Gotta have a scrambler. I think that'll be it. Okay, so that's our list of rides that are going in the park. I'm pretty comfortable with those. And then we'll have like midway games and other stuff that's going to go in there too. All right, so we got our paths worked out. We've got... how did that... Oh, we don't have any janitors, do we? Janitors and nobody to... Okay, so probably on the next episode, probably what we're going to do is we're going to fix up our entrance area a little bit here. We're going to slowly start making our way from the center down each way here. So probably we will do all of this on the next stream and all of this in the our midway games, everything else that needs to be. That's for the next stream. And then the next stream after that, we'll start working our way down this way too. Figuring out placement for stuff. Let's see, you don't have a staff building. Okay. Well, we'll get to that. Yeah, I'm already picturing stuff at the moment. I just don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but I am picturing some. Hey, change our path a little. Yeah, that could maybe work. Da, da, da. Bring that over like that. I'm gonna be heading off now. I'll catch the rest of this if you post a video. Oh yeah, video will definitely be up. It'll be up by tomorrow morning. I'm gonna head off here myself, actually, Victor. So, but I appreciate you tuning in tonight. I didn't actually mean to start actually placing this path, but I had an idea and I wanted to try it out. So. I'm glad I did try that out because I actually like that out. Okay, yep, that's gonna be it. All right, everybody, thank you for joining me tonight for this YouTube, for getting to know me, getting to know my park, my work, everything else like that. I'm going to head out of here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. This video will be posted online so you can watch it from its entirety within the next hour, I would say. So you guys have a great rest of the evening, and I will see you tomorrow night on my Twitch stream back in Crystal Gardens. See you later.